Super Smash!
You're just an amateur.
You do your own stunts.
You mean we're not using CG?
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Whoa, hey, that's loud. The Super Smash Bros. Retrospective. I am alone this time, yes. Taking a look at Viewtiful Joe Red Hot Rumble, a Smash-like game, kind of? Originally released for the GameCube. This is the PSP version. The reason I'm looking at this version because this is the version with the most content, and as such I do want to look at it. And the reason I can't do multiplayer is, well, because take a guess how many people own a PSP with a copy of Viewtiful Joe Red Hot Rumble near me. The answer may surprise you, it's 0. So, we're not going to be going through story mode because that is a lot of stuff. We're just going to be going through a bit of how this game works just to show off what is in it and some of the cool stuff that I think should be added into other Smash Bros. Games in the future. But this game is very different otherwise, so we're actually going to not play it too much because it is quite different from your average Smash type game. So, as you see here, you have a jump button, an attack button, and 2 special buttons, which, hey, that looks fine. As for the character cast, let's go through it here. So, you have Movie Fan Joe, which is Unhenshined Joe, which is Joe on his own. One cool thing, every character has, whoops, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Which is the one I want to press here? Whoop, nope, back. There we go. Characters do have multiple color palettes, which is good. But they also have something called an EX color. I think my buttons are totally misaligned because I'm pressing what should be triangle and it's giving me square, so that's fine. I'll fix that later. Whoops, I'm not playing this on a real PSP. I don't actually even own a PSP. They have these things called EX costumes, which are EX color down here, which you can flip over to, and for Sylvia, she actually becomes a different character, much like our Echo Fighters, as we know later. However, sadly, they do not actually change their voices, despite it saying that they do, but that's kind of neat. So characters have multiple colors, some of which change her skin tone, and of course because she has the other alternate costume being another character. Her previous one from the previous game is a costume there. You got Young Blue Jr., which just looks like Blue Jr., but unhensioned. Don't know why he's called Young Blue Jr. Okay, so straight up, this is based on the Viewtiful Joe anime more than the games. It's also the technical final Viewtiful Joe game, period. I've not watched more than like 3 episodes of it. And it's actually based on the second season that did not even get a proper release here. So, Stylish Alistair, which is Alistair unhensioned. I did not even know he had an unhensioned form. I don't think it appears in the games. Shoutouts to his Dante and Virgil colors, though. Sprocket, she's an anime-only character, and she has an EX color being, I'm pressing the wrong button always, legendary actress Junko. Who's that? That's the spoiler. Charles III, he's the Bat Boss. Hulk Davidson, his EX costume actually gives him a different type of weapon, which is cool. Grand Bruce was just a shark, and hilariously that one costume totally gets rid of his stuff, and I love that. Blade Master Alistair, he gets a alternate because his alternate is a question mark. I wonder what that is. We'll take a look maybe. Joe himself, so he has 2 costumes out, and again, this is what I really like. I do like how his costumes change who he is, and they all have EX costumes, which you won't get to see for most of them. Most of them are that. Sylvia there, so she has one there because her alternate is Trish, the mighty Trish. All right. Bianchi here is just like the little, you know, basic enemies, but his alternate is actually the marionettes from Devil May Cry, which is cool. Captain Blue here. Got Emperor Jet Black, character from Viewtiful Joe 2. I think Rachel is only in the anime. I could be wrong. You got Young Captain Blue. So, I'm going to be real honest. I think that's a bit of a cop-out because it's very similar. And you also got Director Blue. Can you tell they like adding in those ones? Manager Jet. Does he look similar to another character? He might be. Dark Hero Jet Black. Again, totally different from Emperor Jet Black. And finally, yes, Dante himself is playable with Devil Hunter Sparta. Actually, one cool thing, I think it's Dark Hair Jet Black. Yeah, he becomes Nello Angelo. So you got some sort of secret characters under the EX costumes, which I do really like. As for characters, I know I'm gonna pick off Dante just to sort of show how he works in this because it is kind of cool. And you can pick as naked Dante, so pick that. And as for who will fight, well, it doesn't matter. We're gonna training mode, so. The stages are weird because the way they kind of work is it's not about beating your opponent. It's about completing the missions and having the most amount of coins at the end. Now, if you complete the mission, you get a coin bonus, but in the end, the big thing you're trying to do is get as many coins as you can. So it's actually really different. So we're just going to do a practice thing here to show off some of the controls. But for the most part, it's definitely really different from any other Smash Bros. Type, but there's some cool stuff here that I do like. So, when you go to Actors Rehearsal, so you can try various special moves. Yep. So you see here, we're naked Dante, which is fun. It's Dante. So, where's, let's see here. So his default attack is actually just firing his gun, which you can fire in any direction you want. If you press, I think, there you go, so you can do forward with it to do stuff. You can go up, and you can even hit them up after that. So you can see, you'll be able to see here. There's some cool stuff. So neutral is kind of that. I want to try and do the cool thing I did once. You can get under and fire. Doesn't really work. I was able to do it once. It's okay. Down gives you kind of like, I think it's not exactly Stinger, but it's similar. Jumping attacks. He has his slam there. As you can see, he has his sigils. There are no up Bs, kind of, if you will. But that's fine. But no, so it's really interesting, and there is a way to try to, I think if you charge up with him enough, there you go. I do Devil Trigger, and because it's his naked costume, that's how he looks. I think these are reused voice clips, though. That's actually one cool thing. Everyone has a supercharge for their neutral special. If you charge a lot, there'll be something that's interesting, as you can use all of his moves. So that's cool. But let's actually check out how this game runs itself. So we're gonna go quit the rehearsal. And let's take a look at some other characters here whom we might be interested in taking a look at. So, well, you know, I'd say we'll play as our boy Joe. We'll put on his EX costume, because why not show that off. As for our opponent, we will pick, let's see here. For a good first opponent, let's go with Rachel here in her EX costume. Actually, I should double check to see what the, that's fine. I was going to say double check to see how powerful they're going to be, but that's fine. So this is kind of how the mission structure works. It's very interesting. You're basically playing through a movie, and your overall goal is to get... So this one, you see, the mission is take down as many enemies as you can. So we're going to definitely try and do that. But at the same time, our overall goal is to get the most V-coins. Also, we are a mech and she's in a bunny suit, because why not? So, we're doing okay. You can hit the opponent to make them lose their coins, too. So that's an interesting thing. As you see here, we killed more, so we get the bonus. But overall, your point is to try and get the coins. So now this one is we have to grab as many of these as we can. Okay, so she threw a portal, which caused a minigame to appear. This one's a mashing one, which I'm really good at. Also, yeah, we're the mech, which is the best costume. It's so cool. Except we kind of run weirdly. So he kind of has an upbeat, kind of. I don't think till the end you get to see how many you have. I think it is up to just whoever has the crown. But I could be wrong. You can also kill the opponent, and it does make them lose a lot of their things. So she got way more, which means she gets the bonus, which is a lot. Take down as many enemies as you can. So this one introduces, let's see, it'll change up, for example. This one adds explosive barrels. Also, that was a hot dog. That was a actual hot dog enemy. My buttons are, for some reason, really different from what they should be, and that's okay. So, yeah, the opponent definitely knows what to do, is pressing all the right things. Where's my regular attack button? Okay, this one's you have to press the button. Okay, yeah, my buttons are definitely messed up. Yep, because I'm pressing what should be. So I should have won that, but that's okay. I will fix that later. I'm not too worried, honestly. There are also V-powers, so like we got Mach Speed here, which caused us to be set on fire. We sucked at that. We really sucked at that. And there are even little mini-bosses, such as in this case, the helicopter, Black Thunder. Whom we all remember Black Thunder, right? Right? That boss? I certainly do. So we can even do our uppercut there, which continually damages it. So, like, it is still technically Viewtiful Joe, and there are Viewtiful Joe-like elements to it. I think it's whoever lands the killing blow. So I got slow. So you see, like, the V-powers you activate with LNR, you can actually get 2 of them, which is kind of cool. Okay, so she won. See if I can kill this dude, though. I got some of her coins, which is nice. There we go. So I got it, which means I get the bonus, I think. Or no, it's boss damage. So get the beautiful bonus. And in the end, did we win? I don't think so.
That's a wrap.
Let's see here. I didn't even see how much we got by the end. Results. Oh, we did just barely. Cool. That's surprising. We'll show off a couple other things, such as playing as some of the DMC characters, and we'll pick another stage here. I should go over what the stages are, because there's some kind of cool ones. So if we want to pick... We'll pick Nell. No, let's go with Trish. So I'm going to give myself a handicap, because why not? And as for the opponent, let's go Viewtiful Joe's little sister, Jasmine. Put her down. So basically, each of the levels have, like, themes to them, like every set of levels. So this is kind of like Riddle of the Incan Empire. It's meant to kind of be like Indiana Jones. Beautiful Cartoon World lets you replay the first couple missions of the Viewtiful Joe anime, which is cool. Captain Blue Begins talks about some of Captain Blue's past there. Truth of the Black Film is, I think, set to kind of be in Japan. Gulliver's Battles, so going over, like, you know, Gulliver's Tales. Atlantis, which is weirdly the last set of levels. And then finally, Les Acteurs Incroyables, which is the final mission there. They do also have a special mission type you can activate, which is kind of like a hard mode, which for the most part don't change much around. One cool change that this one adds in Trish, and I think is meant to be pretty much the ending of Devil May Cry, which is kind of neat. There's some differences, but nothing too crazy. We'll do the hard mode version. You know what? We'll do... Let's see here. I haven't done this one, but you know what? I'm terrified of these two guys. So yeah, why not? Let's give these guys a shot. I'm sure it'll be fine. Remember how tough it was fighting these guys in the last Viewtiful Joe game? I think they heavily nerfed them here because, of course, it is a party sort of game thing and not an actual... Let's hope. Top of Leo and Tiger. So I got a portal here, which will, of course, lead me to this one, which I can rock because I'm literally using a stick. And we Tetsu Zenko'd because, of course. So we got slow. So the charged version of slow is or her shot is a laser. We also have zoom, which does the opposite of what you'd expect and makes us bigger. Oh, so see here, we got slowed here. Okay, so as you see here, she died, giving me a chunk of stuff. So we can deal the... Wow, we deal a lot of damage in this. Let's see here. Time it just right. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this is like kind of like a volleyball thing. So it's like volleyball. So there are minigames, 2-player and 4-player ones. It's kind of cool. And they happen slow enough that I think it's fine. But you see, way less difficult than any of the other ones. Any other these guys normally in their games. Trying to avoid getting... So I think I can fire my gun if I just press... There we go. Because, you know, that's what Trish does, is she just fires her gun. Okay, so I threw that, which will lead to this one again, thankfully. So, even though you're fighting the bosses, you're still trying to win, you know? So it's interesting, and I feel like it's trying to do what Smash Bros did, because they tried that, and so I could do like slow and zoom, except it kind of didn't do it as much as I would have liked. Oh, and I got spicy stuff, and I'm nearly dead. Oh, one thing that sucks in story mode, you actually have limited lives. That sucks. That actually makes it really difficult. And I think I super won that one. You know, kind of like what's it called? Yellow Devil in Smash Bros. I feel like that's what they were trying to go for, but because of course the still result of the game is to try and win, it kind of doesn't work out as much. I do think a dedicated 2-player Smash, you know, boss battle mode would be really cool. So let's see. Let's show off. I do want to show off some of the... You know what? I'm going to go back, which is going to be wrong button. So I'm going to put on, to show you how crazy this can go, we're going to put on some more computers. I'm also going to change around my buttons here, because, let's see here. So this is, it doesn't really matter too much because my buttons are all screwed up. Let's just go, whoops, let's go back and let's go, EX colors for everyone. Can we do it? Shoot. Guys, my buttons are so messed up for some reason. That's fine. Here. No, so we want to go. But I won't. Let's. Whatever. Sure. We'll go with Fighter Bianchi versus we've seen Rachel. No. Okay. We'll go Bianchi because they're definitely an interesting character. We'll go Alistair. We'll go Captain Blue, and we'll go Dante. All right, and we'll head off to. Sure. Painting Town red. Let's go regular. Fighter Bianchi's weird because you're basically playing as the Mook from the series, and you can also play as the Mooks from the second game as an alternate costume. That's really cool. But they summon other Mooks as their attacks, and it's kind of crazy, but kind of cool. Let's see here. It's gonna get literally unplayable in a second. Wait. I couldn't even tell where I really was. That's great. It's like he has the charge up of his entire, like, attack animation. It's wonderful. I couldn't even tell what was happening. I couldn't even tell. I think it's slower on a PSP, which makes it easier, but oh yeah, this one's pretty fun. You pretty much have to pick, pick your side, and you want to stay here. So you want to make sure that, when the opponent there, oh, that's the sound effects power. That one causes sound effects to appear. There's crazy stuff going on in this game. And I died. So yeah, sound effects cause you to make sound effects, quite literally. And we're slowed. Oh, I did an event. Okay, what's this one going to be? Time it just right. Okay, we're working together on this one, Dante. Whoop, I got hit. Great, good. This is great. I have nothing to say when I can barely tell what's going on. I think I was just grabbed. I don't even know how to grab. How did I do? Not the best. Literally unplayable at times. Defeat the Prima Tornado. Okay. Let's see if I can hit these guys. There we go. So you need to use slow to get it, and then you can hit them, which is kind of a neat gimmick, kind of similar to, how the game works in Viewtiful Joe, but you have to pretty much hit the red one to instantly get the points, but it's a little, again, tough to tell what's going on. I recommend playing this with friends and not computers, again, if you have this game on a PSP. I don't think many of you do. In fact, I don't think any of you do. Oh, and your slow slows down the time, which is pretty cool too.
That's a wrap.
Oh, this game is exhausting to look at, let alone talk about. So you can sort of see wherein the problems lie with it. It is nearly impossible to tell what's going on. Yeah, Dante's voice is weird and wrong. It's, I think it's actually from the PS2 version that they took the sound clips, because I think they got a different Dante voice actor. It's a bit weird. It's a bit strange, to say the least. There is, like I said, a story mode. It's text-based. There's nothing really cool. There's a few videos which I can show off. Trial mode, which is like single-player trials. And then on options, you got the galleries. You get to see, in the anime, you get to see kind of it goes through. There's a lot of really cool art, which I'm always a fan of looking at. Like, yep, there's that character. So again, this is all from the show. I remember that guy. But like, you could, I'm gonna be really honest, I don't dig the art style on some of the characters of the show. I think it works well for Joe and the main cast, but actually I do like young Joe there. Yeah, some people definitely... Well, it's interesting because I remember people saying they definitely had qualms with the art style for kind of this season of the show. Well, not this season, but the show itself looking not like the games, and I can sort of see that there, which is interesting. I won't go through all of it there, but it's pretty much what you expect looking at that. I didn't mean to press it because of course my buttons are all messed up. It's great. I don't know why, but we will go over. There's some neat stuff in here, such as if we go to the video section. So we saw the opening video. We go to the video gallery. There's the opening movie, which is what you saw when you started it. It's the last battle intro, so this is like pretty much right before the ending.
What's going on here? This is strange. Sprocket should have everything set up by now, but
Where is Sprocket anyway?
Maybe she went out for a cheeseburger or something.
When are you gonna start taking this seriously?
Blue! Someone or something is trying to take over this movie. It's a trap!
What's happened? What are you trying to say?
Rachel! Where's Rachel? What? Rachel!
Rachel!
Wait!
We are Tsukumo.
What? What's a Kumo?
It's our turn to be in the spotlight.
Huh? What?
That's not Rachel! There's no way!
Something tells me Junior's right.
Whoa, Rachel!
This movie is ours!
I don't think so! Here we go, everybody!
Henches, a go-go, baby!
So you might recognize Joe Jr.'s, or not Joe Jr., but Captain Blue Jr.'s voice. It's Timmy Turner. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird pull they got there. I don't even think Tara Strong remembers doing that role. The story is pretty... It's weird. It's like all the characters coming together to film a movie, regardless of their previous squabbles. It's dumb. It's not meant to be taken super seriously. So we have the ending movie here, which is the wrong button again. We'll watch it, why not? It's cool.
Technology has made us obsolete. We've been thrown away and forgotten. All we wanted was to be on the silver screen, to hear applause just once.
Aw, don't say things like that. You guys have a really important role to play too, you know?
Really? We do?
Of course! Without film, the camera's just a useless hunk of junk. And nothing would end up on film without good lighting. You support us every step of the way. We need you. Even Sylvia's romantic talk would be pointless without a mic to pick up the sound. We all have different roles to play in the movie. It's being different that makes each of us special.
Just like how beautiful Joe here needs a cool rival like me.
And how a hero needs a sexy heroine. Even the big hero needs a nice sidekick.
You know, once you figure out your role, anyone could be a hero, baby.
Hero. I can sense that everyone is happy now.
I finally decided. Making Tsukumo the heroes would make a great movie!
What?
That's right. The audition for the lead role isn't over yet.
Ready? Action!
Right, no, I was wrong. It's about them deciding the lead role of the movie. It's a dumb excuse plot, but it is kind of interesting that this aired on Kids WB in the States, and they actually had to change Sylvia's name to Stylish Sylvia, because they can't say sexy on a kids show, despite them saying it on Fairly Odd Parents. But the weirdest and most interesting thing that was so cool and so weird was they included an AMV of the second season. So I think I'm going to call this apart right now. This has been... I'm not going to do too much more of a look at it, because It's such a weird game, but it's an interesting way of redoing the Smash Bros. Formula, where it's not about beating each other up specifically, though you get to some later missions where it's literally just beat each other up, and there's no dedicated fight mode. It's about completing the mission, so I want to show that off. But to leave us, I will end with the final cinematic AMV. It's actually really good in a cheesy way, but thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time, guys. Ciao.
Get out.